Hi everyone, my name is Vikas. I am an investment banker. I hold over 12 years of experience working in the investment banking. Okay. So today I'm making this short video for all of those who are looking to build their career in the field of investment banking. So this video will also be relevant for those who are looking to switch their profiles into investment banking and are currently working in the other fields of finance. Okay. So in this short video, I'm going to talk about what are the skill set which is required to become an investment banker. Then what are the prerequisites for any investment banking job. Okay, so then I will take you through the entire interview process, like what are the stages which is involved in the interview process. And finally, I'm going to review a investment banking course based on certain parameters. Okay, so now I'm quickly jumping on the point number 1, where I'm going to talk about what are the skill set which is required to become an investment banker. So first thing is basically about your conceptual knowledge. You should have a good understanding of basics of finance. You should understand the financial system and financial market. Then the second point is basically about your understanding of the financial statement. You should be able to understand the three financial statement of a company, like the profit and loss account, balance sheet, cash flow, and how these statements are basically interlinked with each other. Okay, so then you should know about like how to work on different kind of financial models, like the DCF, LBO, and the merger and an acquisition model. Okay, so then the next point is basically about your understanding of the marketing collaterals. So when you work on any investment banking deal, so you have to prepare some marketing collateral or the marketing materials. Okay, so these are like the pitch deck, CIM, teaser, or the management presentation. So you should have a good understanding of all these documents and what is the purpose of preparing each of these documents. Okay, so then coming to the next point, which is basically about your Excel proficiency. You should be very well versed with like how to work on Excel. Okay, so you should know how to work on VLOOKUP, index match, pivot table, data tools, and macros. Okay, so then coming to the presentation skills. So when you will be working on any particular deal, okay, so you'll have to basically present your findings to like a different kind of counterparties. Either it will be to your senior investment banking team or to your client, or maybe to the investors or the other counterparties. Okay, so your presentation skills are also be important. Okay, so then coming to the communication skills. So communication skills is also very much important because you'll have to deal with like different kind of counterparties on a day-to-day basis. Okay, so these are the skill set which is required to become an investment banker. So now I'm coming to like what are the prerequisites for any investment banking job. So what are the things that they basically look into you before they basically proceed with the interview process. Okay, so the first thing is basically about your academic background, like what kind of college or the university that you're coming from, then how much you have scored in your post graduation or the recently completed post graduation. Okay, so then coming to the next thing, basically about, do you have the desired skill set for this particular investment banking job opportunity, like basics to advanced Excel skills, presentation skills, financial analysis skills, and the problem solving skills. So in case you meet both of these parameters, so then you'll be selected for any interview process. Okay, so let's assume that like you have basically met both of these parameters and you have been shortlisted for the interview process. So for the interview process, primarily there are 3 stages. The first stage is basically about your case study. You'll have to work on, so they basically can ask you to work on industry overview, financial analysis, or maybe on Excel test. Okay, so in case you clear your case study, so then you'll be moving toward the technicals round, like wherein they can ask you a few questions about the basics of finance, like the accounting or ratio related questions can be asked. Then they can ask you specific questions to the like the investment banking, like what is WACC, what is beta, what is DCF, terminal value, EBITDA, LTM, enterprise value, and the equity value. Okay, so let's assume you have cleared the case study round and the technical round, so then you'll be moving towards the final round of the HR. Okay, so wherein they will basically check your attitude and your behavioral aspects, and they will also be checking your soft skills, such as like how you communicate with the HR and how much confident you are. Okay, so in case you clear all of these 3 rounds, then you'll be selected for any investment banking opportunity. Okay, this is the entire interview process that I've just taken you through. So now I'm going to review a investment banking course based on certain parameters. Okay, now I'm going to review an investment banking course by NISM. So the course name will be Postgraduate Program in Investment and Security Markets. Okay, so this course has been designed for participants with a passion for security markets and a willingness to immerse themselves over 1 year in depth knowledge. Will find the PGPISM program as an ideal platform to launch their long-term career in the corporate world, financial and security markets. So this program is also suited for fresh graduate as well as for the experienced candidate. Okay, so once you basically complete this particular course, so then you can basically make your career in the areas of the equity market, debt market, currency and currency derivative market, commodity derivative markets. So then a wide range of roles that you can basically apply for, like the business development role, operation, compliance, risk management in market infrastructure institutions, including stock exchanges, commodity exchanges, clearing corporation and depository. So then you can also apply for any banking role like the commercial banking, treasury operations, treasury management, etc. Okay, so then you can also apply for any advisory role like the investment advisor, personal financial planner, wealth manager. Then you can also apply for any role in the mutual funds like the business development, distribution, operations, for compliance, risk management in the mutual funds industry. Okay, so now we'll be looking at like what is going to be the curriculum. Okay, so this is going to be a 1-year course, so that which will be divided into 4 trimesters. Okay, so the first trimester will be focused on the financial institution and market, security operation and market infrastructure institutions, economics for decision making, corporate finance and security market, quantitative tools and techniques, financial reporting and analysis, business communication and corporate etiquette. Okay, so then second trimester will focus on banking and treasury management, fixed income security, derivative and risk management, equity analysis and evaluation, then corporate and allied laws, forex and commodity markets. Okay, so then third semester will focus on security, market regulation, financial modeling and research report writing, investment management, fintech and analytics in financial market, alternative investments, and marketing of BFSI products. Okay, so for each teaching hour, so students are required to put in minimum 2 additional learning hours. Okay, so then the fourth trimester is going to be like focus on the industry project, or you can do 3 optional NISM certification exam from the list mentioned below. Okay, so out of these like the certification which are mentioned below, so you can do 3 certification out of it. Okay, so these are going to be the curriculum of this particular course. Okay, so then you'll also be having access to the Bloomberg terminal, so you'll also get hands-on experience on using this particular terminal. So this is the financial software that you the people who are from the field of investment banking or equity research, so they basically use this terminal for pulling out some financial data. Okay, so then extensive library. So the institute boasts one of the biggest specialized library for finance, which holds a rich collection of over 10,000 books on security markets, domestic and international magazines. Okay, then state-of-the-art campus, recreation facilities, placement facilitation. Okay, so all of these things are also included in this course. Okay, so now coming to what will be the fees of this particular course. Okay, so these are the batches which are going to start, or maybe which has already been started. Okay, so eligibility for taking up this course is you should be a postgraduate in any discipline from a recognized university and graduate in any discipline with minimum 55% marks from a recognized university in India. Okay, so then selection criteria will be, selection to the program will be through the screening of the application based on academic records, including professional experience, qualification, extracurriculum activities, and prior experience. So shortlisted candidates will be called for an interview, and candidate qualified in the online interview will be admitted. Okay, so then talking about the program fee, so the tuition fee for this particular course is going to be 2 lakh rupees. So as you can see in this table, so the first installment will be, so this is going to be like 50,000 you'll be paying as a first installment, and then second will be 50,000, and the final will be 1 lakh rupees. Okay, so that is how like the 2 lakh rupees fees is going to be. Along with that, so in case you want to apply for library resources, exam fee, alumni fund, and you'll also be paying some GST over these fees. Okay, so along with that, so you'll also be depositing some money which are going to be refundable deposit, like the library deposit or hostel deposit. So accommodation, in case you want to take up any accommodation, so then so that is also you are going to pay for it. Okay, so if you take all these services, then the total fees of this course is going to be 4,58,500 rupees. Okay, out of which like 10,000 rupees for the library deposit and the hostel deposit are going to be refundable. Okay, so now we have just looked at the feature and the highlight of this course. So based on these features and the highlights, so I'm going to rate this particular course based on certain parameters. Okay, so if we talk about the course there, so this is going to be a good course. Excel and PPT skill you'll be learning. Live session will be there, live doubt session will be there, internship support, so they have not mentioned. Placement support they will be providing. Course fee is something that you'll be paying on a very higher side. Okay, so you'll be paying close to like 4.5 lakhs, so which is a very high fees for this course. Okay, course duration is good. Money back guarantee they have not talked about. LMS access you'll be getting. Okay, so based on these parameters, so this course has scored 7 out of 10. Okay, so in case you are really serious about basically building your career in the field of investment banking, I can suggest a better investment banking course, which basically comes with a complete package, which covers all the aspects that you expect from any good investment banking course. Okay, I'm going to share the link of that particular course in the description section. Please check that out. In case you have any query or you want to learn more about that course, feel free to put your queries in the comment section. I will revert to you as soon as possible. Okay, I hope you will like this video.